Alright, let's get going. Oh, let's see. Last night we had just hired a construction ship to work on the player HQ. But at this point, we really need to start working on getting ourselves a freighter. Probably a Baldric, both because the Baldrics are cool looking and because getting a large freighter would be dumb at this point, even if we could somehow afford it. And the small freighters just aren't big enough to carry anything of any worth. Oh. Come on, game. Load faster. We should probably go do some more crystal hunting. I don't know if it's worth it anymore, though. We just really need to do stuff to get more money is what we need to do. I want a better ship before we continue the Terran missions. Because there's a bit of combat in those, and my dinky little fighter with its crappy Mark 1 weapons just isn't going to cut it. Speaking of which, here's the dinky little fighter in question. Where even are we? Oh, aboard the Tladi trade station. Yeah. This very cool dock that I would love to have for my own stations. Hello, Nova. Welcome here.
Asp.
Hello there.
Out of my seat, please. Sell it, Terran only run? Yeah, that's the plan. Unfortunately, I need a replacement first. And buying a proper replacement that's actually better than this is going to be very expensive.
Sonra. Vanguard.
Anyway. Very, very expensive. So, where do we go from here? Going to the HQ probably isn't worth it for any reason. Going back to split space. Oh, wasn't I going to go to 18 billion and do a little bit of... I already did some exploring there, I guess. And I don't see any refineries. Okay. Well, first let's stop the ship so we don't go sailing off into the unknown. There's gotta be some more silicon refineries around here somewhere. Did I end up searching anything around here? Well, let's go explore Pyramid space for now.
Autopilot. Engaged.
Yeah, we're going to explore Pyramid space looking for mining opportunities, basically. We know where to get the resources, we just need to find good places to sell them. Like this place. Yeah, they need silicon wafers. Need to find a silicon refinery. Do you know the map will reset if you go too far?
Entering
never tried it.
system. Black hole sun.
Doesn't really seem like something worth trying either, really, to be honest. There's nothing out there. Or at least nothing that I'm worried about at the moment. I definitely need to get satellites everywhere, but I just do not have the money for it. I've drifted pretty far in various directions. Also, there's a constant bug in Hictiva's Choice last game where you would just get big streaks off in all directions and the map would zoom way out. I think that was something to do with stuff leaving through the gates and the game not recognizing it had left. I'm not sure if that happens to other systems or not. I'm guessing it probably does. Just I didn't spend enough time paying attention to other systems to trigger it. Speaking of things zooming way out. Okay. He has moved on to the asteroid belt. I bought a really cheap scout fighter. I've been exploring. Anyway.
Entering Black Hole Sun 4.
Okay, we're not interested in Black Hole Sun because that's all Argon. And the Argon don't like me. What a bunch of meanies. There's some Vigor Syndicate. Don't know if I'm going to do the mission to make them dislike me this time. Unless there's some specific reason that I want to go into Avarice, I probably won't. Try to find some stations. I want Silicon Aurora. Find a 20k or more. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do right now, is try to find a silicon refinery somewhere in Paranid space, because Cardinal's Redress is a fairly good place to mine. And I do have a miner working there. But currently he's just mining minerals, which ore doesn't sell for very much. Especially when the ore mine is apparently... Oh, it's actually gone up in price a little bit. Okay. Ore still doesn't sell for very much, even when it's at a high price, though. Let's see. Oops. Logbook. Yeah, he's not making very much per trade at all.
In Carcachua, Vanguard.
Okay, where am I? Black Hole Sun still. Okay.
Entering system. Second contact.
Terran systems might have some. I found 20 plus stations that need silicon. Well, I got a scout running in Terran systems, but we'll see. Last game anyway, Terrans had so many miners that everything was completely swamped. And the only... I thought there was a Terran... I thought I knew of a Terran refinery that I checked.
Requesting immediate backup.
I don't see it now. Silicon carbide mill here. Yeah, I don't know what the current price is, but if I remember correctly, they were pretty full on silicon last time I checked them. I still had trade data. And also had a steady flow of freighters. Or miners, I should say.
Autopilot disengaged.
Okay. Let's go just swing past everything. See if we can find a silicon refinery. We probably won't find one in this system, but... yeah, medical supplies. Sojas factory. There's a couple more things up this way. Anyway, we'll find some place to sell our goods. It's kind of unfortunate that I can't really afford advanced satellites yet in a decent quantity. Because I really should just be satelliting these systems while I'm here. This time I'll probably do it a little bit more like I was doing closer to the end of the previous run, where I had a specific satellite ship that I would send around to dump satellites and systems once I had explored them. Okay, there's a hull parts factory. And what are you? Engine parts. Then over here, we have all parts. Okay. There's something out there in the asteroid field. So we'll go hit that up. I see something over there, something over there, over there, over there maybe. Hard to tell, but I think that might be a station. These, I'm not sure if they're visible on the map or not. I don't think they are. Looks like there's a lot of stations out here in the asteroid field. Yeah. It's like 4 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. At least. We need to get some scouts and just fly them around in here. See, this is true sight. There's quite a surprising number of stuff out here. Weapon components. I have to fly upward to hit this one. Okay.
Drone component factory. Unknown station.
And goods.
Unknown station.
Apparently we've noticed the upper one as well. It's a high-tech factory. Scanning arrays. Thought I seen something out here somewhere. Okay, maybe not. Oh wait, here we go. There's a couple. There's one. Yeah, okay, anyway. We're going this way. For now. It's highly unlikely that there's any refineries in this system. There's a surprising number of hull part factories and stuff in here, though. Okay. There's an asteroid belt of mystery. Pretty sure that's beyond the edge of the map. You know, beyond the edge of the easily visible map, I should say. I don't see any stations out there, though. Yeah, this is true sight. Okay, so I don't know if I want to fly all the way out there to explore this thing that we'll never see. I thought I had saw some stations in there, though. Wow. Yeah. Okay, onward to deeper into the, where I'll call it, pyramid space. I think we've seen everything there is to see here. I should buy more explorer ships, but each one costs like 300k, almost 400k. I think. Which is more than I really want to spend on an explorer ship at the moment when I'm kind of desperate for something with bigger guns for a starter. And freighters. And more miners. And really just kind of anything. Just kind of anything is really what I need. Preferably large amounts of anything. Same reason why I'm not spending all my money on advanced satellites. But anyway, hopefully we'll find some more stuff in Holy Vision. Kind of unfortunate that we're doing Terran only. More unfortunate for our economy. Because we can't just go, oh, there's no silicon refinery in this system? Let me build one. And try to take over the local silicon supply. Or whatever. I should actually... Okay, we do actually have a... Bought where's silicon? Where? Oh, this high-tech factory has a silicon refinery on board. 118 credits. That's not the worst price I've ever seen for it. We should probably set this miner up as silicon instead of ore. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to change that right now.
Entering system. Holy Vision.
Okay, you. Currently empty. Okay, your orders, your wares are silicon. Oops. Remove ore. There we go. Max gate distance to sell, 4. 1, 2. Should probably change that to 2. Because 2 gates gets us to everything in the Paradise space, pretty much. And we don't want to go wandering into Argon space. Yeah. I'd rather not wander into Argon space by accident at the moment. They are not fans of me for some reason. I don't think this would do that anyway because we can't dock at their stations. We just leave it set at 2. It's a little bit safer. Okay. Are there any stations over there? No, there are not. There's just Xenon death. Go investigate these stations up here. I want to keep an eye on this guy, make sure he's loading silicon and not ore. Oh well. Oh. Spice Farm. What's this? Advanced Electronics. There's a station of some sort. There's a shipyard. Okay, you're still not loading up resources. Okay, trading station, shipyard, quantum tube, microchip, defense platform. I should keep this on and keep looking for bought silicon so I can satellite anything that actually is buying it. Like this high-tech factory. Okay, this is going to be right out the edge of the system. Get a good look out here. That looks like a bunch of stations. Not sure if these are on my map already or not. We should probably fly over there after we check these out. To check. Pack of 4 of them. Yeah, those probably aren't on our map yet. We'll definitely have to fly over there. For now. Let's get these. Actually, are these on our map already? That one wasn't. Silicon Refinery. Boom. Silicon Refinery 2. Oh, interesting. There's 2 of them here. At least. Well, let's get turned around and go over and get this clump. There might be another Silicon Refinery in here. There's at least a couple of these that aren't marked on the map yet. I should have dropped a satellite here. 112 credits, kind of a mediocre price. There's this one. 112 credits. Well, anyway, there's 2 more places to sell it. Scanning arrays. I think I see another one over here. Yeah, there's a something. We'll find out what this says. Yeah, whatever it is isn't marked on my map yet. Which money do we have? 822. We actually have money coming in at a pretty steady rate at the moment. Or, you know, this early in the game. I'm not sure how many hours I have into this save, but it's not that many. It's just been like 3 or 4 weekday streams. Whatever this is, it's way out in the middle of nowhere. Okay. We should definitely stop past these silicon refineries and drop satellites.
Medical supply factory.
That's kind of a bad place for that. Just saying. There's some stations that we would have missed. They're way out here. Behind the gate that leads to the Xenon system. Not sure why they have highways leading right up to Xenon gate. It doesn't really seem required.
Unknown station.
Antimatter cells.
Unknown station.
Graphene. And
Unknown station.
graphene, okay. They're probably out here because of the gas cloud. That's assuming that the AI has any rational rules for where they place stations in the first place, which I'm honestly not sure if they do sometimes. Okay,
Silicon refinery.
let's go to the silicon refinery and drop a satellite. And then we'll go to the other one and drop a satellite. And then we'll probably move on to Fontevex's claim. Yeah, because right now we're looking for places to sell silicon. I should also go to this high-tech factory and drop one. Yeah, anyway. Another thing that probably wouldn't hurt to do is buy really cheap scout fighters and drop them in every single system in a cluster like this with orders to refresh trade deals in the system. I assume that mean they would just fly from station to station all over and over and over. I haven't actually used that order, and I kind of would like to try it. Not sure if it'd be better or worse than putting satellites in the system, though, or if they would do slightly different things. Okay, deploy satellite. Boom. And then we want...
Scanning array factory.
We're actually going to drop it by this scanning array factory because we might as well. That'll get these 3, I think. Bot wears silicon, no price. Apparently both of these are full. Yeah. They don't list silicon as a cell thing anymore. Well, that's mildly unfortunate. Okay, drop another satellite. Now, let's go through to Cardinal's Redress
Jump gate.
and
Cardinals
make sure
redress.
we have all of the stations discovered there. And then we'll worry about dropping a satellite next to the places selling silicon. Or buying silicon, I mean. Oh. And there we go. All lined up. Okay, so once we go through here, we'll do our standard horizon scan. Yeah, silicon. They only want 1,000 more of it. This place only wants 240 more. Huh. It's gonna be a problem. Silicon, 115. Where? Oh, way over there in Cigaros. Well, we're not going there. That's a little too far to travel to sell. Hopefully Water Scout there gets done. Oh, we can swing past with some satellites and maybe set up a few miners or something.
Entering system. Cardinals redress.
Okay. There is an inactive gate. There's the exit gate. I don't see any stations around. There's one that we maybe... Yeah, we haven't discovered these out here. 2 here, 1 there. Okay. Antimatter converter. Not terribly useful for me at this point. Not unless they're buying silicon.
Unknown station.
Defense platform. The very definition of useless. Okay.
Scanning array factory.
Scanning arrays. Also not that useful for me. Okay, over here by the dead gate. There's a couple stations I already investigated. Yeah. We'll fly over here to this high-tech factory and drop a satellite. That'll be the end of it, I think.
High-tech factory.
I don't see anything else around here. Unless we notice another one when we get close or something. Might actually be a couple in here that I haven't noticed completely. It looks like this area is fairly well supplied with silicon, actually. Pretty sure I know about these two. But this one down here seems unlikely. Also, there's a data vault. Do I want to bother with it? Not really, no. Okay. So this is the missile component factory we're passing right now. This is the shield component. And then this down here is the one we haven't investigated yet. Yeah. So we'll go down and find out what this one is.
Unknown station.
Don't see any other stations in the area. So you probably discovered most of what's here. Okay, advanced composites. Do a quick horizon scan.
High-tech factory.
Don't see anything besides the high-tech factory. So we'll fly up near here, drop a satellite, and call it a day. For this system, anyway. Boom. Deploy satellite. Okay. Then we'll go through this jump gate to Lasting Vengeance. Actually, did I already explored Lasting Vengeance to my likings. Oh, that was the place with the derelict station. Okay. So we're not going to go through to Lasting Vengeance. We're instead going to go up here to Fonifex's claim.
Jump gate. Holy vision.
Yeah, there's nobody here buying silicon at the moment. That's kind of bad. Oh well. Let's get all lined up on this gate. Come on. Okay, fine. Engage travel drive so it becomes less sensitive. There we go. Okay, how much money is this miner making for us at the moment? He's actually making pretty good despite the low sell price. I mean, he's doing about as well as any of my miners are. Which, there's not much competition between him and there's only 2 miners. There's 3 places that buy silicon in this system. Stop attacking these, please. Damn Xenon. We need to get a more Achilles ship. So we can go shoot Ks and actually make them think twice. Just a nice medium ship with decent guns that we can actually strip their engines and stuff. Make them stop so that the local navy can blow the crap out of them. I think it was gonna be like 8 or 9 million to buy the ship I kind of need. Yeah. Anyway. Let's go through, and then we'll go through immediately to Pontifex's
Entering
claim.
system. Holy vision.
See if we can drift through this gate without too much trouble. Boom.
Entering system. Pontifex's claim.
Okay. What do we even have around here? That looks like a failed attempt at a station that blew up. Let's go this way. Yeah, Paranid defense platform. Doesn't look like it worked out so hot for them. Holy Order of the Paranid. Okay, that is indeed these guys. More defense platforms. The two Paranid groups are at war with each other, aren't they? From what I remember. That would make sense that there would be some evidence of stuff going boom. Okay, we get close enough to this one. Okay, that's just the build storage. I was gonna say. Looked like it might be another station out in the distance or something that had a slight red glow to it, but it is not.
Unknown station.
Okay, smart chips. I don't know if I'm just really unobservant, but I never noticed smart chips were a thing last time through. Not even sure what they're used for. Quantum tubes.
Known criminal.
Okay. What are you? Well, whatever it is, I haven't discovered it yet.
Unknown object.
Okay, it's not listed as an unknown station, so it's something interesting. I think I might have discovered this last run, and it's some kind of weird, yeah, some weird Paranid, probably story object.
Highway. Holy vision. Apotheosis.
Okay.
Approaching vessel. You will remove yourself from these premises or be obliterated.
Yeah, he seems a bit touchy. I'm guessing that has something to do with the Paranid story, but we'll find out when we do a Paranid run. Let's see. Where did we go? Okay, there's a station over there. Did I explore these two already? Or is it 3 actually, maybe? Don't think I did. Or if I did, not sufficiently to identify all of them, because there's one here, and one here. I probably should start using the long-range scanner more. I'm not sure what the range on it is for detecting stations, but yeah. I'll have to try that the next place we explore. Just blast off some pings and see what happens. Okay. We have 2 more here. And then we had 1 more out past the equipment dock out here somewhere, I think. Okay, microchips and advanced composites.
Well done. I have been watching your progress with much interest. When you dock, see if you can access any of the internal structures from an elevator.
Oh, he must be talking about the must be talking about this. We still need large storage to be built. Why did they buy too much silicon carbide? Let's go ahead and give him another 400k for now. Get that built so we can start research. What is this?
Medical supply factory.
Okay. Go up there. We should probably go back to our station and dock there just to see what's going on. Engine parts. Okay. I do believe that these are all the stations I can see. So, let's go back the way we came. Matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and set guidance to our station. Oh, weird. Oh, there must be a route up through. Okay. Let's go ahead and follow the autopilot
Engaged.
and do a little bit of exploring that way so we can get a shortcut to Grand Exchange. The highways are kind of cool.
Autopilot.
Nopiolo's Fortune 5. 6, I mean.
Entering system. IS mists.
Okay, well that's right over there, I'm pretty sure. Parentage ships are kind of ugly. They look sleek, but in a particularly fat way. So they have sleek lines, but they bulge. If they were like longer instead of wider, they would end up looking really nice and sleek, but as it is, they just kind of look fat. The newer E variants are a little better about that, but not enough better. Not enough better. Anyway, how much money do we currently have? $1 million. Okay. Not really enough, but at least we're going to be making money at roughly twice the speed we were earlier.
Entering system. Nopalia's Fortune.
Okay, do we want to take this? No, we do not. Interesting. Where does this jump gate go?
Albatross. Jump gate.
Grand Exchange. Okay. I did not realize that there was a jump gate to Grand Exchange right here. Or at least I didn't remember it. Which Grand Exchange are we
Entering
in?
system. Grand Exchange.
Oh. Right here in Grand Exchange 1. Wow, wow, wow.
Unknown station.
Wow. Let's just sail right over to the HQ and see what's going on there. I don't remember what this part of the... Don't remember if this just flat out finishes the mission or if... Well, no, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Don't remember if you have to build a storage to finish this mission. You definitely have to build a storage to do the research, which is the main reason why I'm doing this. I need to get the researches done for station modules, so I can start working on my production. Energy cells, or at least, are universal, so we could build an energy station, a small one, and crank out at least a little bit of money that way. Building a station just to produce some energy cells for local sales, pretty cheap and easy to do. It won't make much money, but some is better than none. And then we can slowly start expanding that into actually producing construction materials. Now, where did I put the docks on this thing? Don't actually remember. There they are. Okay.
Docking granted.
Alrighty. And we've landed on a station owned by us for the very first time of this save.
It's an honor to have you aboard.
Oh.
No. It appears we're still locked out from direct access. It seems I have no choice. I must leave my current location and join you on that station.
We do have our personal headquarters room
Your
unlocked.
help would be greatly appreciated. I will send instructions. I didn't expect I would need to enact
Okay.
this escape plan so abruptly.
With a decent view.
A fast combat ship is preferable.
I don't remember what we had to do for recovering him, but I don't think it involved that much combat. In any case, this is the best we have, so
ASP.
please get out of my seat.
Hello.
Okay. Let's go. We might as well go get this mission done so that we can be ready to, what are you gonna call it? Escape plan. Fly to Profit Center Alpha. Okay. I guess doesn't really matter either way.
Autopilot engaged.
Alright, we'll just let the autopilot fly us there because, let's be honest, just flying from place to place like this is boring. I need to get the teleportation research done. Unfortunately, that's going to be a ways out in this run because I really can't afford it. Silicon. I can't remember if there's much silicon to mine here or not, but there's a silicon refinery that could buy some of it. There's ice. Or a little bit of silicon. Okay, so there is some amount of silicon here. Let's go ahead and buy another miner. Size M, Bolo mineral, the chicken loadout. It cost us 632k. We could actually almost buy two of them, not quite. We'll just buy one though. I could probably trim them down enough to buy two, but it's not worth it. We only need one at the moment. And we'll set him up in Grand Exchange with Sector Auto Miner. Let's see, it's going to take us how long to build that ship? 40 more seconds. All right. I really need to run around and deploy mineral scanners or whatever in the various systems I have miners in. That would probably increase the efficiency at least a little bit. They apparently function fine without them, but I'm not sure how much better they would function. They all complain. They complain if you don't give them one, but I'm not sure how required it actually is. Okay, you. Give you behaviors. Local auto mine. Where? Silicon. Anchor space. Is Grain Exchange 1. Confirm. There. Hello, Bo. Welcome here. We just finished setting up our third miner.
Entering system. Nopalia's fortune.
Wait, why is he going through... I thought it was going to fly...
Entering system. Ice mists.
I was going to fly up through here like this. Why did it go down around there? Odd. Oh well. Not going to complain about it. From here it's all on the superhighway, so... Even though it's more jumps, it should still be faster actually. Or at least as fast. Not superhighway then, just the highway ring. Anyway. For some reason, every time we get on these highways, it makes me think of, oh, Starpoint Gemini? I think it's called. Hello, Amendit Man. Yeah. Every time we get on these highways, I think of Starpoint Gemini. Need to know highways mod? I like the highways.
Entering system.
Not sure why I'd want to get rid of them. Surprisingly enough, thinking of Starpoint Gemini is happy thoughts. I kind of liked that game. It wasn't amazing or anything, but just the very fact that you could have multiple ships and store them away and take out whichever one you wanted at any time you wanted was pretty cool.
Right promise.
I think it was Starpoint Gemini 2 is the one I actually played.
System. Profit Center Alpha.
I must admit, I am beginning to feel a bit tense.
Anyway.
I do hope this goes to plan. I have further refined the plan. Please take a look. I have further refined the plan. Please take a look.
Yeah. Open mission briefing. Why would I want to do that? The mission briefing has no useful information in it, unfortunately.
As you can see, I wish to escape the station via a chartered freighter. There are actually multiple ships involved, as to confound anyone wishing to track me.
Okay, whatever.
I would like you to protect any ship which should get into trouble.
And so? This is the one where you have to dogfight a couple fighters, isn't it? That's gonna be a little bit annoying with this ship, but it shouldn't be too difficult. Okay.
Turn.
How fast are you
Sentinel.
going? Fast enough that I'm gonna want to engage my travel drives to catch up. Here we go. Do a few S-curves, let this guy catch up with us some. There we go. There we go. A little bit of right thruster. Goes over here beside him. Where are you going, you fool? Oh. Going into dock, apparently. Alright. I guess that's one way to fly an approach. Yeah. I like the highways in this game perfectly fine. I don't really see a good reason to get rid of them. I know some people like that it makes it easier for pirates to intercept ships and stuff like that. But I kind of like that the highways actually give medium ships, medium freighters a reason to exist. Because otherwise it's just... Whoa. Okay, it's the match speed being weird. That's what's causing that.
Please wait for the ship to conclude its business. It will launch shortly.
Anyway. Otherwise, medium freighters are not necessarily always worse than large. But yeah. There's still reason for mediums to exist, I guess. Just not quite as many. It definitely makes medium freighters much more noticeably faster getting around.
Please protect this ship from any harm. While it is a decoy,
Okay,
I would
let's
rather no
match
harm
speed
comes to the
again.
crew.
Also, I'm pretty sure it wasn't just me and then I saw that ship teleport back and try again getting out of the dock. He's infected by the autopilot. Anyway. Engage your travel drives. Actually, wait, this is a medium ship. We can crawl up on it and hitch a ride. We don't need to use... Yeah, we don't need to use the match engine speed. Would you please stop? Okay, what the heck? Oh! Where'd he go? There he went. No, not so fast. The medium, I should just be able to catch a ride on it. A little bit harder to catch up to it when it's in flight. Actually, wait, do mediums not? Mediums might not have tug, now that I think about it. Oh well. Where did it even go? There it is. For some reason my brain was telling me that it's any ship that's one size larger than yours, but I think it's large and only. Yeah, large XL only.
Where is the boron?
Wow.
I will check security logs.
We can
That didn't take long at all. It seems my
go ahead and
disappearance
just
has
fly
been noted.
information with it.
I expect my ship is at a safe distance. I can't say the same for the others. Please be alert.
I will order our ships to intercept targets.
You
Wow.
will join them while I investigate further.
Yes, brother.
Do I even want to bother? Might as well. Get on the highway. There's no real reason to follow this thing. Fly to turn sentinel. Why did you tell me to get off the highway if you're going to tell me to get right back on it? Dumbass game.
I've successfully docked. I will begin my work. My, this structure is far more impressive in
There we
person
go.
than I expected.
And now it's telling me to leave the highway in a certain distance. Instead, just leave the highway now. Okay.
No, this is not good for business.
Now listen
Men
here, you little
prepare to
fool.
Die.
Kestrel. Sentinel.
Correcting my shields.
Okay. Honestly, if this thing had decent turrets on it, which it should have, but doesn't, it should probably be capable of handling.
Brother, the Boron is not on board that ship.
Yeah, really. How surprising.
Acknowledged. You will regret crossing us.
Oh, really?
Falcon. Vanguard.
Enjoy losing a bunch of your haul. Actually, they're kind of beating the crap out of this poor freighter. Oh, we don't want to get on there.
Wrecking my shields.
Did they destroy that freighter? Because I'm mildly annoyed with you now. Not that I really care that much at the end of the day, but... Anyway. We might as well get out of here because... yeah, there's no point sticking around. Anyway, onward. We will go ahead and go to our target station. Where is this? Oh, I know where we're at.
Entering system.
I don't remember the name of this
Silent
system,
witness.
but okay, well, there we go. Silent Witness. But there's a gate to 18 billion right over here. Anyway. Unfortunately, in this iteration, 18 billion apparently does not have any place that buys silicon, so we can't do silicon mining there. Not that it really had that much silicon in the first place, but it would be another place to set a miner up. Speaking of other places to set miners up, have you started making money yet? No, he hasn't. Do I have any resource probes? 5. Yes, I do. Okay. We'll scatter a few resource probes around the system and help him out. We do have this one over here, I guess.
Entering system. 18 billion.
We'll have to drop one over here too, and then maybe one over here somewhere, maybe one over here somewhere. This place has a lot of ice and not much silicon. But there's a silicon refinery in the system, so... matter of fact, there's apparently 3 of them. Yeah, it shows 3 icons here. Or at least 3 places that are willing to buy it. No? Oh, maybe that's just a demand indicator. Okay. Last time I noticed these icons here, there was 2 icons and there were
Entering
2
system. Grand exchange.
there were 2 stations inside the box that were by this resource, so I made what apparently is an erroneous assumption. Okay, where are we? Grand Exchange 4. Alright. Anyway. I don't know if these resource probes are actually needed or not. Let me silicon them out. There's not much silicon here at all. On the other hand, there's quite a bit of ice. I think those are supplier demand marks. Yeah, I think so too. Not sure if there's any better places nearby to mine the silicon or not. This system might be a better place. But then I wouldn't be able to use sector auto mine, and I'm kind of lazy that way. I do have one miner that's capable of the more advanced auto mine. Whatever it was called again. Well, advanced auto mine. Which actually is only what takes 1 star, so it'd be a matter of giving them a basic seminar and hoping their morale is high enough, I guess. Yeah. Anyway. Not sure if there's anybody else buying that kind of thing in the area. But if we gave them a 1 jump allowed to buy and sell auto mine order here in Grand Exchange 1, then they could go to these other 2. They could also go to Noble's Fortune 6, but I don't think there's any resources there that I don't.
Entering.
When you land, enter the elevator.
Well, that was a bunch of very fast warnings. Sounded like autopilot epically failed, just gonna say, and then not sure what it hit. Okay. Alright.
Autopilot disengaged.
It looks like they've either started building or have finished building the storage cell there. So that's good. It looks like they finished building the storage cell.
Unknown station.
Yeah, it's got storage listed. Awesome. That's probably all we're going to need for the remainder of the game, for most of the research anyway. So I guess we can consider this station finished.
Docking granted.
Anyway. So. Go to the science laboratory. This is not a science laboratory. Just saying. The science laboratory. There we go.
Aha! At last, we meet face to face.
I was about to make a joke about this being the only moron we run into in the game, but that's not true. There's plenty of morons. And this guy's actually smarter than most.
This installation is equipped for habitation of all races, and this room seems to be some sort of research area.
He's certainly one of the
expect I could
cooler
spend
characters you run
years
into
poring
as
over
far
data
as the
contained in these systems.
missions go.
Hello there. Yes, I have already made some progress. There appears to be several things we can
Although that's
research at
largely
this
because
facility.
most of the characters
Please
you run
take a
into in
look.
the missions are boring at best. Alright. Research.
As you can see, There is much to do. I personally
We don't
find
need
mention of
storage.
this teleportation irresistible.
We have most of that
but I
covered for
leave it
now.
up to you to decide what we
We
research
do
first.
kind of need storage
Please
actually,
note
but
that
not as
these
near
research
much.
items have certain requirements.
The main thing we need is
This
production,
will allow you to gain blueprints by scanning leaks on certain modules.
which is going to be expensive. Docking modules, we already have most of what we need. We need piers yet. But they'll be fairly cheap to acquire. Storage modules, we're going to do this. We'll probably do it production, then dock, then storage. Then defense, then habitat.
I will need some materials to get started.
He thinks he needs 24 million for this.
Did a blinking light ever catch your eye while you were minding your own business in an asteroid field? The Taladi traders that pass by our headquarters simply cannot stop talking about how to best
Well, I'll
mine
give
these
him some
crystals,
money.
and how much they manage to sell them for.
But I'm not going to give him that much. We'll give him like... Oh... about 600,000. I don't know how much that will fund our progress, but it will be at least something. Okay. So... we just have this Terran mission. We have... he wants a trade ship and some cargo drones at the headquarters. We don't even own a trade ship. Cargo drones I don't care about because we don't have a pier here even. Okay, the Newt wants a resource, and the other miner wants a resource probe as well. These two are just gonna have to suck it for a while yet, because I'm not going out there for a bit. Anyway, we have the ability to research stuff. That's what we needed. At this point, just kind of need to keep exploring and finding silicon refineries we can oversupply. I should go investigate the other Paranid space, because they're surely going to have their own silicon economy somewhere. Well, anyway. Let's go ahead and go back to our ship and go explore the other Paranid space a little bit. Try to figure out where they're doing their mining and if we can
Asp.
take over any of that for
Hello.
them. Okay. I ever mentioned how much I really like this dock? It's very cool. It's not the best dock in the world, but it is very cool. Okay.
Autopilot engaged.
Ugh. It's 10:30 already. Oh, I guess what happens when you start late. See, today's only Monday, isn't it? Should get the no dock speed limit mod. You know, I did mention, if you think it might have been weeks ago now, that I thought it was really dumb the docks had a speed limit because it messes with my throttle control. your throttle at the max that you move at any kind of speed at all inside the dock. And then the second you hit the barrier, you go to straight to max speed, which particularly when I'm using fully upgraded ships can be very fast indeed. And it's probably not exactly what I wanted. So I really do need to install that mod if such a thing exists. I like to control my own speed, and I can throttle down to slow enough to not ram into things on my own. Thank you very much, game.
Entering system. Nobilia's fortune.
You might see me crash into things occasionally, but I crash into things anyway with the speed limit.
Entering system.
Simply because,
Ice mists.
oh, the thrusters override the speed limit. So it's like, but why do you have a speed limit then?
Autopilot disengaged.
Okay, let's go over here and investigate these. I think we'll explore this system and then we'll see. Okay, there's a defense platform and a ship technology factory that I know about out here. And I can see more than that, including what looks a lot like a highway. Started your game with an incompatible mod. Warning said your ship will now self-destruct to prevent corrupting the save game. What? Okay. That's weird. Or did the game self-destruct your ship and kill you? Effectively, forcing you to reload. Okay, it's an accelerator.
Unknown object.
Cool air message. Yeah, kinda. It's better, I guess, than what, say Bethesda games do when you load incompatible mods. Goes right along with autopilot epically failed. Yeah, it kind of does. Oh, this place has 2 accelerators. Interesting. Well, they probably lead to the actual industrial heart then. But there's no mining available on any of these systems. Yeah, I need to check out that dock speed limit mod. Because that's something that's been bothering me for a long, long time. I would like to be able to just throttle up normally and fly out of a dock without having to hit the thrusters. Because now if you want any kind of speed, you have to hit your thrusters, and that makes you go a little too fast. Just a little bit.
Accelerator. Unknown sector.
Whoa. I guess we have gotten a slight amount of bonk. Loaded a Terran save with Terran accelerators. Save games didn't like that one if it wasn't there at the beginning. Yeah, there's some kind of unique model for Terran accelerators that wasn't used or something like that. I think I saw that mod.
Entering ice mists. 4.
Yeah, just different art assets with Terran accelerators. Yeah. I don't know if I'd go through the effort of installing a mod like that. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that purely visual mods are... I don't know. Depends on the game. For this game, I don't really feel the need for it.
High-tech factory.
Okay. Good that it prevents the game from corrupting. It's my long-term Terran start. Lots of hours in progress. Yeah. Well, hopefully you would have, hopefully you don't overwrite your save each time. And so you just go back to your previous save and be fine after you uninstall the mod. But the problem would be is if you didn't realize that it was corrupting and saved over your save or something, and then you'd be totally screwed. Like me, I never use manual saves during a stream. I'll use my quick, basically depend on auto saves and my quick save. And then I just make a single manual save at the end of the stream every day, overwriting my oldest one. Except slot 1, which is now the slot for the last save from the first run. Eventually you need to figure out where that thing stores saves and back that save up. Okay, is there anything else we need to look at around here? Oh. Yeah. Let's fly into the asteroid belt a little bit here. And drop a scanner. Used to back up all your saves, can't find them on Linux install yet. They're probably, well, they're certainly somewhere in your home directory, so it shouldn't be that hard to find them. Well, let's just sit here and regain our shields before we try to get out of here. I wouldn't be surprised if they were somewhere in we're not call it .config. Okay, did we wiggle our way out yet? There we did. Alright, where even are we? I think I want to be like over here before I drop my ore detector. But yeah, I don't know where this game would actually store them on Linux for sure.
Empty space.
Oh, when I booted into Windows today, Windows tried very hard to persuade me to install Windows 11. It's like, no, are you crazy? Do you know how long it took me to get this thing set up just right? Windows 11 is not happening. Or at least not for a nice long while. Or silicon. Oh, actually good levels of silicon here. I don't see any silicon refineries, mind you, but there might be some somewhere that I'm just not noticing. Let's get. Used to have Steam installed in the default location, but it was a .dot file. Lots of mod installs and wine configs need me to be able to use Windows installers. I did not like the .dot file address. We moved it to a not .dot file location, and now I can't find the saves. The saves are probably still in the same location that they were. But I guess you wrote to check that already, so they're probably not then. Which would be weird. So yeah, I really don't know. There's a data vault.
Unknown object.
Ooh, and there's another accelerator. Because I run all my games off of an SSD with a the standard default Steam library location is not used for anything because, well, That's an SSD as well. It's just that why would I ever install a video game into program files, which is where Steam wants to hold them by default? It's like, that's just not happening. So even back when I had hard drives, I had a separate hard drive for games. Which I highly recommend, by the way.
IS Mists 11.
Having a separate separate location for games makes it way easier when you're moving to a new PC or whatever. You can just grab that drive, stuff it in the new PC, and tell your new Steam install where to find its library, and boom, you're done. Never, ever use Steam's built-in method of moving a game to a different library, by the way. It's terrible at it. If you have a library, if you have a Steam library on a hard drive, for example, and you want to migrate it, well, okay, it works for a single game. But if you have a existing Steam library on a hard drive and you want to migrate the whole library to an SSD, don't go into your Steam install and tell it to migrate all the games. That way lieth insanity. Instead, it's much more sensible to just copy the files and tell Steam to look for a new library in the location you're giving it, and everything just magically works.
Requesting immediate backup.
Unregistered armored transport detected. Owner, Duke's Buccaneers. Destination unknown.
These fellows seem to be carrying an unnecessarily large amount of valuable wares. I do wonder
Interesting.
where they are taking them, and to what end.
Prometheus.
That's interesting. Is it this thing? No, that's an Argon. Oh wait. Duke's Buccaneers are Argons, aren't they? No. It's a Corsair ship, of course. They're not actually Argon, they're just disguised as Argon.
Hey, get away!
Okay, they're still showing up as Argon. Interesting. Okay, so that's not the ship I'm supposed to be looking at.
Ilios. E.
That's definitely not it. Armored freighter, huh? I scanned it, which means it should have marked it as something else if it wasn't what it was saying it was. Oh well. Yeah, what am I even doing here anyway? I am exploring, that is what I'm doing. Wait, there's a jump gate here too? Interesting. Well, let's go back through here and let's see what that jump gate goes to, because I'm kind of curious now. Because usually jump gates wouldn't be in a location like that, because they don't like to have them cross sectors.
Entering IS Mists 2.
Yeah, that's a jump gate, alright.
Jump gate.
Sacred
Sacred
relic.
relic.
Where even is that? Yeah.
Entering system. Sacred relic.
Usually you don't see jump gates crossing systems like this. That's interesting. I wonder where this jump gate over here goes. Pretty sure I've explored this area before. Because this view looks sort of familiar. But anyway. Yeah. One of these days, when I have... Okay, I think this is an inactive jump
Unknown
gate.
object.
Dang devs and they're sharing the same lob between the inactive and active ones. Anyway, one of these days when I have enough time and an extra PC or two on hand, I want to try to get everything navigated, or everything migrated over to Linux. Oh, but that is going to be annoying because I can't do it on this PC because I need this PC to work. Any teething issues need to be worked out long before I implement anything on here. Because if this PC isn't working, I can't stream and I can't work. Both of which are problems. Let's go over here and see what... Oh wait, we got a clump up here too. But anyway. Ran nothing but Linux from 2007 to 2015. No Windows in the house at all. Windows 11 is pushing me that way again. Yeah. For me, I used to always run Windows because Linux gaming just wasn't that great. And now recently, I'm still running Windows because of inertia for gaming, you know, Windows for gaming. But I have not run Windows as my main machine for non-gaming purposes for quite a while now.
Factory. Unknown station.
And really, I don't really want to run Windows. I like Linux
Shield
better.
Component factory.
Most of the time it works better. When it goes wrong, it's usually a lot easier to fix. Stuff like that. Those I already know the location of. These, that looks like a shipyard. Interesting. X4 is a native Linux client. See, okay. I was thinking about trying to switch over to Linux for gaming, but then I started streaming. And now, if I was going to go and start using Linux for gaming, I would not only need to make sure all my gaming stuff was set up and working, which it's not too big of a deal if something isn't working for a couple days or something, you know? But I also have to get all my streaming setup working.
Paranid shipyard. Paranid defense.
Which is definitely not impossible, or even necessarily that difficult, from what I understand. It just has to be done. And it has to be done quickly.
Antimatter converter.
So that everything is working and ready to go when I go to stream the next day. But anyway, it's not impossible. And then all the work that I would have to do to get it set up on Linux is about the same amount of work I'd have to do. Well, not the same amount, but a similar amount of work I'd have to do to get set up on Windows 11. So at some point when it's time to change this PDC to something else, then...
Unknown station.
Well, Windows 11 isn't in the running. Manjaro is. But anyway. So I'm quite, well, supposedly someday, not too terribly far into the future, my slot on the Steam Deck list will come up. And so I would like to get set up. I want to try. This is probably a bad idea, but I want to try
Unknown station.
streaming simple, not particularly demanding games from that platform, just for the fun of it, see how it works. Had some weird hardware problems with Arch-based distros. Tried Debian testing branch, no problems so far. Debian and me just don't get along. Whereas I've never had any trouble at all with Arch. Well, Manjaro mostly. I have run basic Arch before, but that's kind of masochistic. There's nothing wrong with running Arch. It's a perfectly fine distro. It's just it's more work than I want to do for just daily computing. It's fun, but sometimes you just want things that work. And that's why I use Manjaro instead. Because you have all of the being on the bleeding edge stuff that Arch gets you without the pain in the butt. Tried Manjaro, was very happy except strange hardware boot problems. Tried Garuda, same thing. Went to base Arch, same problems. Odd. Yeah, like I said, I never had trouble with it. It worked fine. So, I don't know. I know some people have problems with various distros just it's temperamental for some reason or something, and they switch to something else and it works fine. It's a perfectly valid thing to do. It's just I really like having up-to-date software, so I don't tend to like Debian-based stuff at all. I know you can get up-to-date software on them. It's just
Entering system. IS mists.
yeah. I'm sure I would have a slightly different opinion if I had ever broken my system by getting a bad update or something, but I've never done that, so I guess I'm lucky, maybe. Oh, it's almost 11 o'clock.
I am terribly sorry to disrupt your magnificent focus.
What do you have to say, Bozo?
Hello there. An irksome ship has completed its travels right in the
okay,
sector.
that.
Somehow, it is managing to distort the station's sensors, preventing me from witnessing a solar event in the Great Reef Nebula.
Oh, no.
I suggest you take care of this annoyance before it manages to disrupt even more observations.
This is the PIO quest line hook. The one for terraforming, I think. I don't feel like doing that right now, for one. And for two, I'm probably never going to do this because honestly, who cares about terraforming? Me someday, but not right now. Ran Debian experimental for over 2 years and get Debian to do what I want. 7 years on Arch. Only times it broke was for me fiddling and tweaking. Yeah. I did have one time where for some reason after an update Grub forgot Windows existed. But that was really easy to fix. I just had to rerun the OSProber and it redetected that Windows was a thing and added it back to the menu and all was well in the world. That's probably the biggest problem I've had in the last couple of years now, I guess. I am going to go park somewhere and end the stream for the night because it is 10:55 and that is a good solid half hour later than I normally stream. It was a quite short stream today, mostly because I did not get started as early as I should have.
Paranid Trading Station.
The land of the trading station. I don't think I've ever seen the Paranid one up close, or at least haven't paid attention to it. Grub is pretty bulletproof if you don't tamper with his files. Yeah. Something an update did made it forget what it was doing, but usually I don't have any trouble with it. I did tamper with it a little while ago to get my boot switch working. Did I ever talk about that? I have a hardware switch sitting over there in the desk. It's a 3-position switch. You flip it in the middle position, and when you reboot your computer, it'll go to Grub's menu. If you flip it to the 1 position, it'll boot straight to Linux without bothering to go to the Grub menu. And if you switch it to 2, it'll go straight to Windows without going through the menu. One of these days I need to cut a little hole in my PC case and get it installed as a front panel switch. Then again, I don't know if I'm going to dual boot this forever, so maybe I'm not going to do that after all. But it's a really cool little switch. It's got a Raspberry Pi Pico, a little microcontroller that's emulating a very tiny USB drive. And then has a single file on that USB drive whose contents change depending on what position the switch is in. And then Grub is configured to look for that specific drive and mount it.
Docking granted.
And then it reads that file off and decides what it should do based on the contents. It's really cool. And since I reboot twice a day,
Successfully docked.
every morning to get back over to the work PC and every evening to get over to the streaming setup, it just makes it way nicer. Flick a switch, reboot, walk away, do whatever you want. I actually saw somebody who did pretty much exactly that on Hackaday. And it was like, I need that. I need that so much. And so I built it. Tweaked it a little bit for my liking. Just very slightly different from the existing project. Not much, just a little bit. And soldered it up, and pretty cool little deal. But anyway, on that note, I do believe that it is time to call it a night. Because it is now 10:58. Let's see. It looks like Avi rated Wasted, so he's not streaming anymore. Af wasn't streaming because Af's internet is bad right now, apparently. What is Wasted even doing? Playing SnowRunner. Okay. Well, if any of you guys like to watch trucks drive through mud and snow and get stuck and do other bizarre crap, things that I would never ever do with my dinky little car, I'll send you over to Wasted. And I hope to see you all back here tomorrow for more X4. Yeah, X4. I don't think I'm doing anything else. It's Tuesday. X4 sounds fun. For some reason, my key binding to go to the end screen is broken. Yay. So we have to do it manually. Anyway, I hope you all have an amazing night, and I will see you all tomorrow for X4, which I think I've already said 3 times now.